Good morning. It's 9 o'clock. We left the 59.9 campsite, still Trap Gap. We were lucky enough that we got into our tents last night, but before it started raining, and then it rained all night. And I stayed warm and dry. Levi, who doesn't want help putting up his tent or suggestions how to make it better because he knows everything, and I know is his favorite saying, woke up wet. So that's that. And so he's somewhere behind me, because obviously a 14-year-old teenager who wakes up and then has to stand out in the rain to put his stuff up is not always the best mood he could be in. We're going to go 5.7 miles and go to the shelter, I don't remember the name of it, so that we can stop and eat lunch, or an early lunch, whatever that may be. And you can see that we're walking down our little river. And trying really hard not to be frustrated with a kid. So I will check back in with you, babe. And hope you enjoyed your walk in the warm, barring weather today. All right. I almost stabbed this little guy with my trekking pole. He's just trying to get across the trail. It's noon. Still raining. It's we just hit Deep Gap, and we have 3.6 to go till we get off and walk to hostel around the bend. Levi is not having a good day, and he pushed me to my limit, and I yelled at him. And no one on the trail today. And as I proceed to tell him to suck it up and stop whining, and that he was breaking my own spirit because everything that was coming out of his mouth is negative. Someone walks by. Lo and behold, I don't know who they were. I saw them, their back as they were going by, but they heard me griping at my child, and he may be done because he's making it miserable for me. So I have some decisions to make. Never quit on a bad day, and he is to rest tonight and tomorrow. We'll have to make some decisions, but there have been no tears from him, just the adamant of, oh, I won't give you the drama then. But I had a white bandana square that I used for my snot rag. I don't know how long I've had it, and due to the fact that it's been wet today, I lost it. It must have come untied. And so it's along the trail somewhere. Which means I don't have anywhere to wipe my nose. I heard the Indian blow. I gotta wipe the snot off. Alright. I've gotta climb this one so that we can get down. So, this was my noon check-in, babe. Talk to you later. Levi, what are you eating?
A salad.
What did you have?
A salad.
You know what's on this empty plate?
Potatoes.
What else was on there?
2 rolls. And a very large chicken strip.
Are you eating a buffet?
Possibly.
We made it to our hostel and they gave us a ride to town for dinner. And I had myself a hamburger and fries, and he got the buffet. It's a nice little buffet called Steakhouse. And
It's like Dave or something. Dave's Steakhouse.
yeah, but we are warm and dry, and now our bellies are full, and he's gonna be getting, what are you gonna get after you eat that salad?
Some cake.
Some cake? All right.
Long dramatic pause for that one.
What does it say again?
Long dramatic pause for that one.
All right. Okay, we're gonna say our goodnights. We got back from Hiawassee is where we were, where we ate. And we're gonna take a 0 tomorrow, and there is a thunderstorm coming in. So Thursday will also be bad. So they said they had an extra day for this little cabin that we're in. So we're just gonna go ahead and stay then too. If we can avoid the rain, we would appreciate it. So yeah, 2 zeros in a row is not what we wanted to do, but it's best that we not get ourselves in trouble. So we're gonna stay here. And they're super nice, so we just had showers. And we're gonna wash clothes tomorrow. They said they would give us rides back tomorrow, so we'll go back to the little grocery store. They have a deli and a Starbucks, and we'll get some lunch and probably dinner too, so we don't have to go back twice. But I'll show you our little cabin that we're in. It's just 2 twin beds, and we came in and pretty much spread all of our stuff out because it was wet. Everything in my compactor bag was dry, other than like that dampness from the condensation from the night. My food bag was wet, so everything that was in my Ziploc bags was good and dry. And then my tent is absolutely soaked. So we haven't messed with our tent, so tomorrow, I don't know what to do. If anybody has suggestions on, it's raining and now I have this wet, dirty tent, I gotta figure out how to take care of that one. And Levi's. But Levi's compactor bag, everything in his compactor bag was like damp and kind of wet. So I don't think he rolled it right. and got it stuffed down the sides so that water didn't get leak in. And then his food bag was wet. So I need to get him a bag for his food bag. His food bag's not waterproof or water resistant. I don't feel like at all, because it's just soaking, sopping wet. So I feel like he was carrying a lot of water weight because it's soaked up in his bag. He did learn a lesson. I told him specifically not to wear his puffy underneath his rain jacket because it would get wet. And then if we would have stayed out last night or tonight, he wouldn't have had anything warm to put on. He wouldn't have had anything warm to put on when he went to bed. And he didn't have his clothes that were in Ziploc bags. He didn't have those zipped up, so they got kind of damp. So I'm really glad we had that opportunity to come in, because we spread this stuff out everywhere, and I've picked up most of it because it dried really quickly, because they have this little heater in here, and it was blowing pretty hot when we came in. So it's nice and toasty, so everything's drying pretty good, and we didn't have to like go hog the dryer for everything. But I'll show you Levi. He's nice and cozy over here in his little twin size bed. We got this little bin right here that has drawers on the other side, so we just laid stuff on top of it. And then 2 little nightstands, and then we propped his pillow up. His pillow folds down pretty well. I don't know how that happened, but it was in the compactor bag, and that pillow was soaked. So I'm pretty sure he probably had another good 5 pounds on him just in water weight from everything in his pack being so wet. So my bed, we're hanging up our stuff. And then I just made makeshift little hangs, dried it all out. We got 2 good days, so that's good. And then this is laying on the bed. This is my tent stake that I also brought to dig my cat hole, because I let Levi have my Deuce's spades, because I didn't want to buy another one, and I figured we could share if I really needed it. But this has worked well with just digging my hole. But it also, because I can then clean it in streams or whatever, because it just has dirt on it. But I use it in the evenings to rub my feet out. Let me see if I can show you. So I'll take it and I kind of just rub it up my feet or down, and then I'll use it to rub out my muscles in my legs. And it works pretty well, because I needed something pretty strong to push down into my legs, and other than my trekking poles. And in the evenings I use my trekking poles for holding my tent up. So I really like this. It has multiple purposes. So we're gonna say goodnight. Bye, babe. Good night.
Bye.
Say it again. Night, guys.